my grip's like pushing the thing, it's really, which is like what I love about
It's
making
movie
movies.
magic.
Exactly.
That shot is crazy movie magic.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
also
me
excited
too.
for audiences
Oh, yeah,
to see
sure.
Hedda. I know Nina's like, Tessa and Nia, two of you ladies look fantastic. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
So good. You look beautiful, and the wall of just iconography behind you is
It's
fabulous.
amazing. Yeah.
Well, congratulations to the two of you on this film. I
Thank
thought it
you.
was absolutely spectacular. Tessa, you truly took my breath away as Hedda. I
Thank you.
literally loved listening to you talk throughout
I know,
the
isn't it
entire
great?
film. Like, it just sounded so beautiful, like her dialect and accent. I'm honestly wondering for you, when you were on set, what helped you most connect with Hedda? Is it slipping into the accent? Is it the beautiful costumes? What was it for you?
Oh, that's interesting. I think kind of, yeah, all of those things felt really integral to the character, and also that house, which becomes sort of a character in the movie in and of itself. It's like, in my mind, it felt like Hedda had really decorated it, right? They go on this 6-month honeymoon, and on this 6-month honeymoon, she's kind of bored and she's buying everything. She's just spending a lot of money.
And George is like, help.
And George is like, oh my God. Or he's like in a library and she's like, buying ottomans and stuff. So in a way, the house is this real reflection of her. In a way, the house is this real reflection of her, in a way, in her taste, but it also is this sort of gilded cage. It's this house that she comes back to and immediately has to contend with all of these choices that she's made. And this lake that she first appears in, which sort of bookends the movie, that lake was actually right out front of this house where we shot, and I just had such a kind of relationship to it. So every day when I'd be on set, I could look at it, I could go and spend time with it. Before I came to set, it just like, there was so much kind of tactile. I'm kind of a grabby person and a grabby worker. So I like to like touch and feel and be inside of the spaces that I'm in. And you don't always get that pleasure as an actor, because sometimes you're on green screen, or sometimes you're shooting in fake locations that, are just a soundstage. And this process of making this movie was truly such a sensual experience because it's all around us. And then this amazing cast that I felt so supported by. So those were the things that really every day I felt like really helped me and bolstered me in finding and maintaining this Hedda.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The setting absolutely helped you, and it looked stunning. Well, Nia, for you, this scene where we see Hedda float to Eileen, literally one of the best scenes in the movie, through that dinner party. How did you do that? Why did you decide to kind of have her float in that scene versus walking?
Yeah, the way I wrote that scene was, I think it was something like, everything stops, her footsteps echo, through the room. And I knew that she'd get there without really getting there in reality. I knew it would be about the experience of getting closer to someone that you are enamored by, that you're obsessed with, that you perhaps love. So, I had a couple of thoughts about how to do it, but Sean and I landed on doing the double dolly and also the cinefade. So we were playing with, with lighting and depth of field, and we wanted everything to sort of be happening at once so that we could feel in the moment how your whole sort of sense of self and feels like your life changes in an instant. So we basically put Tessa on a dolly that the camera was also mounted on, and put a seatbelt on her and said, "Can you actually squish down a little bit?"
Yeah,
because
so I was too tall, which is the first time I've ever been too tall for anything in my life.
So you're like, "Can you just squish down?" So she's like below the frame. The frame itself is so beautiful with the gloves and her expression. It's just like so perfect. And then below it's just like a crazy dress, seatbelt, squished down, like my grip's like pushing the thing, it's really, which is like what I love about
it's
making
movie
movies.
magic.
Exactly.
That shot is crazy movie magic.
Yeah.
It looked very, very glamorous. So obviously it worked out. I would chat with you two ladies all day, but I have to say The Marvels is one of my favorite Marvel films of the last decade.
Thank
and
you so
Tessa,
much.
Annihilation's one of my favorite performances of yours as well. And I'm excited to see your next series, his and hers.
Thank
Me
you
too.
so much. Nia's
Thank
seen
you,
some of
guys.
it.
I have some theories about who killed who, but I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Apparently everything I've said is wrong. I'm like, how many more characters are left that I can guess?
No, you said one right thing.
Ooh. Okay.
You ladies are the coolest. Hi, Tom and Nina. The both of you look fantastic. How are you today?
Thank you so much. We're good. How are you?
Good. Nina, I have to say I'm a huge fan of Tar, so this is an honor to chat with you today. And Tom, the last time I spoke with you, it was virtually for Behind Her Eyes. Well, congratulations on this film. I thought it was spectacular. And I love that, of course, this was adapted from the beloved stage show. The fact that the two of you are both theatrical actors and actors for film, is your approach different when you approach a character for the stage versus for film? Tom, is it a different approach for you?
No, actually, no. For me, it's exactly the same. In terms of the research and approaching the text, it's the same. I would say that perhaps with theatre and plays, you might have a bit more material to go on. They tend to be a bit denser in terms of what you can unpick. The dialogue tends to be a bit richer and more complex. So when you're working out who what does this person think of me, that it'll often be in there. And I suppose the process later on becomes a little bit different, once you're getting into the performance of it and you realize what this shot's going to entail, the energy of the piece and everything. But in terms of the preparation, I tend to approach it pretty much the same, just trying to uncover this character. What does he want? What's standing in his way, and who he's afraid of. Me?
Eileen?
Eileen.
She's harmless.
Nina, is it the same approach for you when you approach a character?
Well, in terms of work, yeah, I would totally agree with Tom. It's the same kind of approach in finding out who this character is. And there's, of course, with Ibsen, there's always a lot to find. And I think you will never stop finding something. And that's why these characters don't belong to any of us, because everyone will see something new. It's like because it's so beautifully constructed and so well thought through that it will always be timely, I find, because it touches on who we are as humans and why we do certain things to each other. And of course, with this one, the special thing was that he puts a woman at the helm of it all, who does the things that you might not consider as being good. What is expected of women should be good and friendly and warm and tender and soft. And she just escapes that, and unapologetically so. And that was new 1890, and that still is something, because even nowadays journalists often ask, but why does she do that, And Ibsen just doesn't give an answer. And I always found that amazingly fascinating about this play. But I mean, having done theater, I guess it helps that we're not so intimidated by the material, I would say, because you have certain stage muscles. It might be. It's not so holy.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. And you provided so much depth, to Eileen. Well, they are giving me the wrap, Tom. I have to say, I'm currently reading The Love Hypothesis. So I'm very excited to see. Yes, I'm very excited to see your portrayal as Adam. What were some of your favorite memories working on the film? I know. What were some of your favorite memories working on the film with Lili?
Oh man, this is a movie we just wrapped a few weeks ago. I loved it. I loved it so much. I love the dynamic between the two is such a wonderful. I didn't know the book beforehand, I just was sent the screenplay, and I just loved who they were to each other. There's such a beautiful. I kind of viewed him as a bit of a Mr. Darcy kind of character, this sort of like cold, hard shell that he's not letting anyone in. To then be able to explore that, and he slowly opens up throughout the film was really fun. But I love working with Lili. I love her very much. Can't wait for everyone to see the movie.
I'm very excited to see it, and I'm also excited for audiences to see it. I know Nina's like, I'm ready to watch it after. And yes, you're one of the most a part of the most popular TikTok trends of all time now. But thank you guys so much. Bye.